the lieutenant coming on in with direct strikes right on that medical. Pioneer's trying to heal it. He better get off it. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 and why are you jumping on my keyboard today? Why? Anyway, Tally's also here, my cat, just off screen and blocking my monitor. Incredible stuff. But hopefully you guys are having a great Sunday and everything is going well. For me, less so in that matter. So, what do we got today? Well, I wish I could see. Alright, we got ourselves a 4v4 on the map Lienne Forest. We got ourselves Ali, Jude, Sindre. Okay, Ali. We got Ma, Sog, Stauber, and Eki versing Ricky Rifle, the Lieutenant, Pompey, and Tomakase. A full American team, which is very rare in my opinion. Usually you see some Soviet or Brits, but no. We got 2 Ost here and 2 OKW. Now, during the in-house, yeah, that made sense. In this case, I believe this is an auto match game. So again, more likely to have a situation where you have more diversity in the factions. But no, we're sticking with pure American in this case, which again, very interesting. We got ourselves a number of players and also my cat that keeps jumping up. All right, we got ourselves, let's see. Recon support company. We got ourselves heavy cav. So again, nice light support to heavier stuff with rangers, paratroopers with IR, and they're actually doing a pretty good job pushing back Pioneer. Grandier on standby. Where's the MG? Oh, they're chilling out. They're hanging out into the general area that's more in center of Lienne Forest. Where Echelon built cover. That'll be by Pompey. Let's see. Actually, both of them went with the same thing. They went with heavy cav and recon support, which is fairly interesting because again, usually maybe you see some infantry company or some urban or something like that where that way they have some type of rocket artillery or, you know, calliope of some sort, but no, we're not seeing that. In actuality, we're seeing a complete, again, just focus on heavy cav and recon support, which does have a nice cluster and direct strike if you get close enough. Kuba went down. Stern Pioneer doing what they can, but we have Tomakase doing everything he can to focus. Same thing here with Pompey, trying to hold the fuel as much as possible. Now, it seems to be paying off. German forces counterattack toward the center did not pan out all that well. We also got ourselves a number of key American forces by Ricky Rifle and Actual, doing a pretty good job, in my opinion, of holding the forest. So, again, not bad, all things considered. So long as they keep holding off the major areas, we could easily see a situation where the Allies just get tons of resources, 52-32 compared to 37-23, and just start outpacing the Germans. The problem case is the city. Stern Pioneers do take the VP, putting now pressure on the Allies, even though the Axis do have a small, deficit that they have to deal with. American forces backed up by the paratroopers. Again, they do not have any AT. They have to stick with the American forces, which looks like he hasn't upgraded yet, so he has no AT capabilities. We have a Kuba that backed up. We have Volk squads that are under heavy fire. And yeah, doing okay, all things considered. Could be a lot worse. Also, just a quick reminder as I cover this replay, if you have an amazing replay, submit it to my Gmail or Discord down below. If you're watching this live on Twitch, explanation replay. So, yeah, and this is going to be the last replay Sunday of the of the year, because next week is Christmas and I'm not going to be covering a game on Christmas. I'm sorry. I'm going to be spending that with family. Oh my god. Anyway, we got ourselves German forces by Ali doing the best he can to hold this sector. Volk squad's pouring on in. No difference here. Again, it does make sense why he's going Volk, because he's going Firestorm. Usually Volk with the MP40s are very, very proficient, especially in urban combat, due to their smoke and ability to just close the gaps. Maybe combine that with one STG-44 instead of an MP40, so that way you still have incendiary in case they are in buildings, but usually a flamethrower, if needed, is done by the Stern Pioneer. Let's see, Ma is going with Special Operations. Again, general doctrines, but I really like this doctrine because of the Command Panther's recon flares. Very good at identifying targets. But Eki and Sog Stauber have not picked anything yet. So again, we'll see what Stog and Eki does. But it's going to probably, if I had to guess, maybe an elephant or heavy bombers could be good. I don't see encirclement because of the map. And then Storm Doctrine, Jaeger Armor. Again, Elephant could be good, and then you get the other one, which they get the Air Force. Or you go Storm Doctrine so you have a direct strike. Yes, the Allies don't have artillery, but they can still direct strike a major location, or they could direct strike a, what's it called? I'm trying to think of the terminology at play here. Let's see. They could direct strike the, any sort of vehicle that's sort of repairing or anything along those lines. Anything in the back lines that the Americans typically have reinforcing or repairing, since they can decrew their vehicles. It could definitely help kill a lot of crew and put the vehicles out of action even further, or kill them if they're lucky. Anyway, American forces did manage to retake it, but here come the Germans in force. Tons of Volk and Grenadier squads are about to pour on into the city. I don't know if Pompey has enough men to hold, but we shall see. They're going to do their best. Riflemen under sustained fire by multiple Grenadiers and Volks. Pulling back. Do they have an ambulance nearby? Yes. Okay. Pompey has an ambulance right here. German forces coming in with flamethrowers to burn them out, which could be very, very good to neutralize them out of the buildings. The Germans are pouring into the area, but American forces are hitting them from range, trying to wear them down, slow their advance, like they did in the Ardennes. Simply put, just keep delaying the Germans, and eventually they would tire and logistically just exhaust themselves. Artillery comes on in, knocks out the building with a fantastic barrage, but doesn't really do much in terms of stopping the, or killing Germans. All it did was force them back, cause some health damage to make them heal. So no reinforcing for the most part, just healing. Which still, it's delaying the Germans. Ambulance as well as healing men. Mortar's trying to do what it can. Again, 3 players, and 2 of them are holding just fine. And it is imperative that the Germans do not take this area, because if the Allies can hold this and they continue to just dominate on this right flank, as we can see here, we had Ecke try his best to push, but not happening. He's also having to hold against a counterattack by the lieutenant, bringing in those Pathfinders. He's calling in a direct strike right on the MG. Oh wait, no, that's a decoy. He called in direct strike on the bunker over here. So, I think that MG knows, wait a second, if that one's real, this one wasn't. Hold on, Grenadiers, get a pick, though, on Ricky Rifle, neutralizing at least 1 American force. Grenadiers trying to counterattack, but again, the Allies have complete dominance in the forest, and 62 munitions per turn. Wonderful job there, and that's due in part thanks to caches going down by Ricky Rifle. Hey, you may have lost some riflemen, but good job helping out your team. So, you know, at least you have that going for you. Let's see right now. We got ourselves a number of Grenadiers need some healing. Unfortunately, the half track, you have to get inside of it, which means the other forces cannot. But that's fine. Grenadiers trying to hang out by the VP. And they'll use the cover the Americans made to hold it. American forces actually holding pretty well. Sturm Officer on the field. And I know a lot of people are like, the Sturm Officer is fantastic. Well, yes, when it gets some veterancy and stuff. But unfortunately, by itself, yeah, it's not going to hold back an American Rifleman squad. Alright, Support Gun doing what it can. Sturm Pioneer trying to wear down and does successfully take out a Rifleman. Again, Sturm, especially in this building with all 4 windows on top, perfect for shredding infantry and quickly gaining veterancy. Look, Vet 2 very quickly, which again gives additional bonuses for its attack. And unfortunately, there goes another squad. So, great job by Ma at neutralizing it. So, now the question is, will that be enough for the Germans to not lose this map? Because again, overall, this is not a great game if you're on the German side. The Americans, again, dominating for the most part. We have a counterattack by the lieutenant in mid. We have additional forces pushing on the right with not much in terms of defense. The MG is facing this way, which makes sense. There are actual Americans here, but not facing in front. And remember that these guys can drop a direct strike, and with the amount of resources they're giving, good morning, Sergio, the amount of resources the Americans are getting, it could be pretty substantial that this force could neutralize anything in their path. Alright, Grenadier Blob coming on in. The Americans knock out the MG, at least, so that's one positive thing. They're trying to hold back the Captain and Pathfinders. On the far left, Stern Pioneers might be able to take the VP, not VP, the capture point. VP probably not likely, especially with paratroopers dropping on in, and that's thanks to this. Oh, no, that's Rangers, sorry. That's thanks to the airdrop combat group. So again, you get additional supplies and whatnot. But hey, you can also reinforce with this beacon, which is really cool. And again, these pathfinders set them across the board, as well as they can help identify stuff that's on the minimap. You can't see it through fog of war, but you can at least know the enemy blob is coming. Speaking of blobs, there's Ma pushing on in. Greyshot trying to suppress the Sturm using volley fire. Might take a little bit of time, but I think he'll be able to eventually. Maybe. There we go. Again, the Germans have AT, which is pretty solid. But again, they just need to grab more territory. Although, they have at least prepped themselves for this sort of long-term engagement in this scenario by building caches. So, and also blocking off, I guess, ways the enemy can move. But, yeah, at least they're building caches to keep this more, you know, possible for them to counterattack. But a direct strike comes on in. Medical actually doesn't take that much of a beating. I really was expecting more. But, it's only down, like, what, 20%? Aw, thank you, Sergio, for the sub. Rangers holding the line. Stuka comes on in. I think he just bombed his own men. Hold on. Did a German player just bomb his own men? Hey, no worries. Anyway, only killed 5 infantry, so might have wiped a squad. Oh, wiped a howitzer. But did hurt the Volk, but didn't at least kill any models. Flamethrower squad backed up by the Volk, but he's reinforcing, which again does take a little bit of time, but still. Plus backed up by additional forces. Sturm, overwhelmed, gonna pull back. Now, do you have the medical facility unlocked? No, you have no medical facility. Grenadiers, again, taking additional hits. Here comes the lieutenant coming on in with direct strikes right on that medical. Pioneer's trying to heal it. He better get off it. Okay, at least he saw it. He's running for his life. Maybe they can kill the cache? Okay, so double artillery was not enough. Close, though. Again, additional attacks on the right. Oh, great wipe. Ricky Rifle having a really bad day keeping American infantry alive. But, hey, he's doing a great job at holding off the entire forest. Again, don't ignore the forest, ladies and gentlemen. If you can engage it, try. Because right now, this guy's purely defensive. And in case you're wondering, like, well, Greyshot, he has Grenadiers. They're not the best in close-range combat. True, but you have access to the best infantry that could do it, which are Panzer Grenadiers. They excel at medium to close-range combat, which make them very good at fighting in this environment. Plus, if you wanted to give them some additional weapons that maybe like G43s, or, you know, if you want to give them, like, additional packages, not, well, oh, look, yeah, there we go. You get smoke grenades. It's like Eki is set up to actually counterattack the forest push. Smoke comes down thanks to heavy cav, but I'm not sure why. There wasn't exactly much of a threat. I mean, you have Pathfinders coming here. They keep trying to bomb this position. They're wasting so many munitions, and this medical facility will not die. Although, to be fair, this cache might finally perish too. We'll see. It does, finally. But medical facility is still alive. Stuka's counterattacking. Where are we hitting? Back here? Oh, there goes the beacon. But so close to hitting the blob if it was just would have went further back. But alas, it did not. Alright, American forces again healing up thanks to Pompey. Tomake's hopefully can help out Pompey. Although those Rangers seem to be doing quite well with this captain. Speaking of which, we've seen a lot of allied infantry, right, and consistent pushes, but we have yet to see any armor. But a mortar carriage is being deployed. Tomake is yet to get anything. Ricky Rifle is yet to get anything. We have an A half-track. For having so many Americans with so much fuel, the lack of armor is a little bit concerning. I get the Germans have pack guns. I understand. Are we seeing another direct strike? Yeah, the medical facility is going to die. But, as a quick reminder, the medical facility might die, which, hey, good. But, yeah, I was going to say, Ali can just call in this thing. It's an oboe truck that can reinforce. If they get a nice AT gun shot on it from like an M1, okay. But so far I've not seen an American AT gun. Which is a bit... Okay, there it is. There's one. But has yet to hit anything. German forces counterattacking. Here come... Oh, butterfly bombs. Hitting the whole area, but... Oh, hitting some Volk squads on the retreat. That's pretty cool. So you got some kills on Ma, but he still has a good force. Panzer IV being made. Let's see. Another Panzer IV. Grenadier very low thanks to the howitzer and mortar barrages. Stern Pioneer flanking the MG, getting in the building to burn out the rest. Germans actually making some headway. On the far right, we have a Major. He could use smoke, although it looks like he's going to launch artillery on this position. Still no veterancy, so it's not as powerful as it could be, but it's still probably going to cause some massive damage. Captain trying to get back territory, while Pioneer might grab the VP under the Americans' noses. Let's see. Down to one model who will get out. Yeah, 62 munitions per day. They can pump the Collins all day. Exactly. Pretty much. But I just find it funny they called in like 5 strikes and it finally died. Usually it's like 2, 3. Up, here comes another butterfly bomb. And that's the problem as well with the Germans concentrating in such a tight area is you have the butterfly bombs and the direct strikes are just constantly hitting your position. You have to be very, very careful that you don't lose all your men. Looks like Ricky Rifle is not going to go with a Pershing. Again, the Americans don't have the command points to get their heavy armor. They have the resources, but not the command points. Atomic Ace is closest, but even he has only 10. So, mortar carriages are abound in firing long range. Again, but Germans have Panzer IVs. Again, might be able to do something. I will say I don't understand SOG. Why would you go something meant for defense when the enemy is so clearly having enough direct strikes? Because I don't think a PaK-43 would be great. I can maybe see railway, but it's not going to provide you immediate benefit, nor... But we'll see. Maybe the J version of this Panzer IV will prove me wrong and show the Germans are launching a fierce counterattack. Anyway, Rechelon are grabbing the territory. We got ourselves a Panzer IV pushing on the left. Volk squad successfully pushed back a rifleman, but Sherman's here. Panzer IV, you want to help? He does have high explosive rounds on, so the Sherman is an easy target. Up, there goes... No, Volk squad lives. This Volk squad might not. Dodges, actually will. Surprisingly. Maybe third Volk squad will die? Again, Pathfinders, Vet 3, solid stuff right there. But again, only one. I think the lieutenant, yeah, he has 2 of them. And they don't have that many kills, all things considered. They only have 9 kills. And the other one had like 4. Oh, though Jackson on the field, hitting the Panzer IV. Pack gun is ready to go, but I think he's hitting the truck. Oh, though, there we go. Finally hits the Jackson. Grenadier could Faust, does not. Panzer IV still hitting the American infantry. Again, the Americans are causing all sorts of damage on the Germans, but average population for the Germans is about mid-50. PaK-43 behind the house, hard to root out. I agree, but I think that we've seen so many times these Pathfinders just walk on in and drop the artillery. So I don't think that's as feasible as it could be. Right? So also, because they're higher veterancy, we can see here they do have the increased range of the barrage, right? So they can go farther. So the fact that they've been allowed to get all sorts of veterancy is not helping the Germans out at all. Here comes more butterfly bombs, slowly dropping upon the German heads. Alright, causing some havoc. Grenadiers holding back, though, Ricky Rifle's counterattack. He does have a Sherman coming on in, but again, no AT. Panzer IV should be able to keep it away. But again, there's only like a Major here. There's no American mines I can see. No fighting positions, nothing. I could easily see a fierce German counterattack in the forest. Weird, once again, because I don't know. In France, they seem to like going through forests, but in this case, they do not. And I think that is actually a missed opportunity because they keep pushing this way. And actually, I think the urban combat is not suiting the Germans as well as they may like. Due to consistent artillery barrages, due to the American infantry just doing decently well. Now Pathfinders can ambush targets, which also this one has 18 kills, solid job. Panzer IV moving on in. AT gun is lined up, ready to go. Double Panzer IV actually advancing. Rangers, though, on standby, too. If they get through, that could be super, super good against the German infantry. Nice shot with the, again, making additional, getting the additional penetration on those rounds. Let's see. Never seen USF with strong indirects like this. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. So annoying. Yeah, pretty much. And the 2 guys are allowing smoke, while the other 2 guys have direct strikes, so that just allows them to advance deep into the enemy lines. Volk's very low, but luckily does get out. Another Volk squad very low. Rifleman may put them down with 3 men. Nope, he gets out. Okay. Unfortunate. Actually, almost a Dodd may have just murdered that American squad. So again, even though the Germans are on the back foot, they're doing a decent job. The Americans actually, I think, either on par or slightly lower than the Germans. But then again, the Germans aren't really pushing too much into American lines, and when they do, they start inflicting more casualties. We've seen the Americans really push, especially along the right-hand side, which has caused mixed results. Panzer IV does get back, and we did have some casualties, but again, not as severe as it could have been. Pathfinder's pushing on in, trying to find another direct strike target, and maybe we have one back here, although Panzer headquarters might stop him. We'll see. It's really... Oh, nope, direct strike here, coming on the MG. And at least they're paying it... Oh, no, sorry, it's butterfly bombs. More caches? Well, we do. We have a cache here. We have another cache over here. I hope to see another cache here because we have 72 munitions per turn. But yeah, no, we've just constant call-ins.
Be advised. Ability ready for deployment. Crowds are taking one of our points.
The Germans actually are losing their position here with Rangers and Bazooka team pushing on in, almost killing this building. It's half dead. Rangers holding the line, causing havoc. Again, the problem with just letting the force be unopposed. And this guy doesn't... I mean, like, he has some Rangers, don't get me wrong. But Panzer Grenadiers. Yeah, Panzer Grenadiers. You can get... Oh, lots of Werfers, though, being deployed. But again, attack through the back line could cause a lot of havoc. Oh, Bazooka team! And Panzer IV thinks he has everything under control. No, you do not. Bazookas with Rangers cause way more damage than not. Although, here comes a Werfer shot. Ricky's running. Oh, just in time. Oh, nope. There goes Echelon. At least he got something. Panzer IV, though, down 2/3 of its health. American forces pushing deep into the German lines. Will the Jackson be able to escape? That is, oh, Panzer IV missed. Not able to cause that damage to Faustin and maybe kill it. So, for those of you who are wondering about calling costs, this is 110. The direct strike that they keep calling in is worth 140. So 110 to 140 respectively. So not too bad. We also have the white phosphorus now being called in thanks to the howitzer. That's 25, so pretty cheap. Rangers, again, doing a very good job of holding the VPs. And all the German infantry can try their best, but alas, it is not pushing through. Maybe this is where, like, elite armored could be effective at trying to break through a lot of fortified positions here. Or not fortified, a lot of infantry and stuff all close together. Stuka only has 16 kills. Fine, but not enough. With two armies backing up this VP, you need to fight mid and you need to fight right. But as we can see, this player is not doing that. He's lost a lot of troops thanks to a flank on his side. The Panzer IV even fell. This other Panzer IV trying to move on in to crush the infantry. And while they are sent packing, it is not enough to turn the tide of the game, as we can currently see 29 to 452, an allied centered VP. Yeah, so I just do not see anything happening right here to turn anything, right? You're seeing this last-ditch effort by the Germans over here. Again, Ali trying to do everything he can. But more butterfly bombs coming on in, causing havoc, maybe even hurting some American forces, but it's fine. Pershing holding back the Panther. We got GGs across the board.
They got wiped out.
Stuka about to fire, but again, not sure what it would hit. And that is game, especially as Pathfinders get closer to maybe nuking this base. So, what did we learn from that? Well, with a couple things. First off, a great tag team by the Americans. I think their concentration of, of call-ins as well as smoke and other stuff really helped bash the Germans. I think the Germans' focus on city was a bad idea, especially the concentration of forces allowed the butterfly bombs to focus. Now, I will say you can see here that the Ost here actually got a positive KD. Again, they were more defensive while the OKW was more offensive. Hawks, good morning. But Ricky Rifle definitely took some heavy casualties in this game. Probably, actually, a lot of the Americans did. All the Americans took some heavy hits. But again, they got Lieutenant, top damage. Top kills goes to Tomakase. On the flip side, we have here, actually, the Germans all within 3 kills of each other, which is pretty funny. Sog got top kills, and top damage goes to Eki. I will say, I think if Eki with Panzer Grenadiers would have focused into the forest, I think he would have been way better and have gotten additional resources for his team. But focusing in one area with an enemy that is designed to deal large area of effect or direct strikes in small areas for maximum effect, I think, yeah, this game went exactly how I thought it was going to go. But yeah, chat, hopefully you guys enjoyed that game. Let me know what you think down below. But this has been Greyshot17, reminding you, if you have an amazing replay, something like this, where it's a little bit more focused with the Americans, or something a little bit different, let me know. But again, thank you to Lieutenant for submitting this game in. Nice little game to start off my replay Sunday. So again, thanks for watching. Make sure if you want to support the channel, follow, or if you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, BigChuche, Aphyria, Ace, PyroShark, Tony B95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.